Good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible. All right, so I welcome you all for this session. This is all about emerging technologies. And from Edunet organization, I welcome you all for this session. Myself, Uzma Sardar, and I'm going to explain you. In short, we are going to just discuss about what are the emerging technologies nowadays, and that we as a faculty or as a trainer should know, as well as we should able to teach all these things to our students as well. So without wasting time, I will just share my screen and let's discuss onto it. All right. So as you all know, today's topic is all about emerging technologies. But before I start, I would like to know, I would like to inform you that this session is conducted by Edunet Foundation. And on behalf of IBM organization, IBM is a multinational company, and as a CSR program, we conduct the sessions on behalf of IBM. With the help of these sessions, or with the help of this, the advantage of getting these sessions is you will get an access to IBM platform as well. And also you will get an access to a lot of courses provided by the IBM organization. So I'm going to deliver the content, and my colleague Akarsh will going to take you to the platform at the end, where he will going to explain you how to register on the platform, as well as he will going to explain you what are the different courses that you can benefit from it, and also you can ask your students to get benefit from this. Okay, so let's start with the presentation for today. So the topic is emerging technologies. And definitely these emerging technologies are reshaping the way we are working. Instead of working hard, we are shifting toward working smart. All these technologies help us to save our time, save energy, and become more and more productive in terms of our work. And we we will going to discuss few such technologies which will make us more productive in our work. So start with, I will just discuss with you all what we are going to discuss in the next 1 hour. Now, in the coming 1 hour, I am going to discuss you what are the emerging technologies, what is AI and ML. Without touching AI, I mean, the most important impact of nowadays is because of the AI. And we are going to discuss the most important thing, that is what is an artificial intelligence, what is machine learning, and what exactly its applications are that we are using to make our work more productive. How do you use different tools designed in artificial intelligence to make all these concepts very easy for your student to understand? Then we are going to discuss about what is generative AI, which is boom nowadays, use cases of generative AI, then what is IoT, that is Internet and Thing, and cyber security. So these are the few topics that I want to cover. Now, the main important agenda of today's session is to make you all aware of what are the technologies that is emerging nowadays and that is on the top of this in this era, and how we can benefit out of it, and how we can ask a student also to get the benefit out of it. Okay, so without wasting time, let's start. What is emerging technologies? Like, what do you mean by emerging technologies? Now, the most important thing when we say emerging technologies are, these are the technologies which are reshaping the each and every aspect of our life. The way we are working, the way we are operating, the way we are thinking, each and everything is changing because of these emerging technologies. It is found in each and every industry. Though you are from computer background, though you are from healthcare background, though you want to go in, even if the students are going in any background, they can best utilize these all tools and applications to make their life much easier, much simpler, much smarter. So all these emerging technologies are reshaping the life. and it include a wide range of advancement, and the way it's completely changing the way we are working. So the first and the foremost emerging technology that I want to talk about is artificial intelligence. Now, when I say artificial intelligence, it is not only related to a computer, definitely not. Artificial intelligence is a field which is used by each and every industry nowadays. And that is the reason it is very, very important for every one of us. Though you are in a teaching field, though you are in a medical field, though you are a student, though you are in any age group, you should know what is an artificial intelligence is, how you can benefit out of it. Okay. Now, in this session, if you want, I am explaining this topic in a way that the same thing you can explain it to your teacher students as well. Okay. Though you might aware of all these things, like maybe you are a teacher of computer science, you might know what is artificial intelligence, or you might aware of these things, but in a very basic level, I'm going to teach you how you will explain all these things to your students. And I am assuming that few might not aware of this technology, so I'm going to teach you in a very basic manner. Okay. So definitely it's a general knowledge sharing session. You all are faculties, you know what is artificial intelligence, you know how to teach, but I'm just sharing my knowledge to you all so that you can you can make the student understand that it is in each and every era. It is not only in related to computers. Student may want to go in a medical field, may want to go in any other field. They can find the use of artificial intelligence everywhere nowadays. So what exactly the artificial intelligence is? The artificial intelligence is the ability of a machine to mimic human cognitive functions. Now, what are the cognitive functions? The cognitive functions are learning and problem solving. Now, the only difference between a machine and a human is a thinking power. Like a machine cannot think, a machine cannot take its own decision, a machine cannot take its own, cannot solve any problem by itself, right? Because of the main important thing in the human, that is a brain. Now, artificial intelligence, the term is not a new one. It is coined way back in 1956, where scientists decided to create a machine which will think like a human being. They want to create a machine which should operate the way human beings operate. It should able to do all the tasks which a human can should which a normal human can do. So this is the term which is coined in 1956, and it get more in demand after, I believe, after 2000, right? After 2000, when the advancement in the technologies, when the advancement in the internet and everything happening, even it increased tremendously after the use of chat gpt, or you can say after a covid also, where a lot of platforms and a lot of people are shifted towards the online platform. Internet becomes cheap, the resources are become in full-fledged. This becomes more and more advanced because the as the use or the resources are becoming in a cheaper way, the people are doing more and more research, and they are finding more and more possible benefits or possible tools which related to AI. So what is an artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is nothing but, it is generally thought, the main thinking of artificial intelligence is to make a machine which work like a human. Okay. The main intention is to make a machine which work like a human. Okay. Now, the only difference, as I said, the difference between a normal human and a machine is the only thing, that is a brain, right? Now, what is the major task of the scientist is to create a brain, to create a process or a software in a such a way that which should able to learn from the data, learn from the experience, and should able to take its own decision, because until and unless we know anything, we cannot take a decision. We can take effective decision only when we know, we have a knowledge of that particular thing, right? So until and unless we know something, we cannot able to take the decision. And same thing we want a machine to have. Now let's understand the use or the meaning and how the process or how the thought comes related to artificial intelligence. Suppose, for example, there is a child, okay, maybe a 2-year-old child. Now you want this child to understand how to brush the teeth. Okay, I'm taking a simple example, how to brush a teeth. Okay, now if I want to make this child understand, suppose this is just a 2-year-old. Now 2-year-old doesn't have any experiences, doesn't have any knowledge related to how to brush a teeth. So what I'm going to do is, as a mentor, I am going to explain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the steps that I'm going to feed to this particular child. And that is what we are going in artificial intelligence. We want to feed certain instructions to the computer. Okay, let's say this is a 2-year-old child and this is a robot. And I want this robot to teach how to open a restaurant door. Now, if I want to teach this robot how to open a restaurant door, again, there are certain steps that I have to give them. Like what exactly the robot has to do. Each and every step I have to feed in this particular machine, the way we are feeding in the brain of a child. Now here we are using a language which is understood by that child. We will going to mimic, we will going to act, we will going to make facial expression to make the student or to make the child understand what are these steps. This is called a communication medium that we call as a language, right? Correct? Now here also we have to use a language to communicate with a computer or a machine. Now the most famous language that is used in artificial intelligence is Python. The way we are using English, Hindi, the native languages. Similarly, if I want to communicate with a machine, I have to use a language that is a Python language. Now, when I feed this information, this is called acquiring the knowledge. This process is called acquiring the knowledge. My robot or my child is acquiring the knowledge. Now, on the second day, I want, suppose for example, I want him to independently do the task. Maybe the chances are he will going to fumble in few steps. Maybe, instead of doing 4 and 5, he will do 5 and 4. Or maybe the chances is he will going to give me an accurate result. So here in this case, as there are certain loophole, or you can say there is a certain flaw, we can say that he whatever knowledge he acquired, he is failed to apply that knowledge accurately. Okay, he fails to acquire that knowledge accurately. But here he is applying that knowledge perfectly, right? So I am getting here 100% accuracy, and here I am getting suppose 80% accuracy. Now, if I get 80% accuracy, what will be my job? My job will be to retrain my child. The student or the child, I will retrain it. I will going to repeat the steps. Now, these are called algorithms. Okay, these are called algorithms. The steps, generally, we call it as an algorithms, right? Correct? Now, here, same thing. I will going to do it with a robot. Now, if a robot is there, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to give an algorithm to the robot. I'm going to check the accuracy result. I'm going to compare. If the accuracy result is 100%, that means my robot understand the things properly, and then I will deploy that particular software. But if he is giving, or the robot is giving 80%, 60% accuracy, then I'm going to retrain my robot. Okay. So this is what a term called as, this is what the idea behind artificial intelligence. And when I am giving an instruction to my machine in the form of an algorithms. This is called machine learning. This is called machine learning, where I am making my machine learn from the data that I'm going to give. I'm going to give a steps. These are nothing but the algorithms. Okay. Now, whatever information I am giving in the form of a steps. And based on that steps, I'm going to evaluate the model, or I'm going to evaluate the robot. So this is what an artificial intelligence is. Now, the main intention of artificial intelligence is to make the machine intelligent. Now, if you compare this robot with a child, then you will understand that as the child grows, like based on the experience, based on the data he acquires, based on the knowledge he acquires, and he try to apply that knowledge, he become more and more smarter. Same way, we want to create a robot based on the information, based on the steps we will provide. It will going to be more and more perfect in its job. So this is what the idea behind the artificial intelligence. Now, artificial intelligence can be achieved in a lot of ways. One we discussed as a machine learning, okay, where we are teaching the machine that what exactly you have to do. Each and every steps we are feeding into a machine that this is how you have to do. This is how you have to perform, right? The other technique to make the machine intelligent is called a deep learning. Now, what exactly the deep learning is? In deep learning, what we are doing is we are not asking the machine to take these steps and perform the thing. We are just feeding the data that these are the data. Now, you have to decide your own steps. This is what a deep learning is. Okay. This is what a deep learning is, where we are not restricting the machine to follow a certain steps. Instead, the machine will going to understand the data we are going to feed, and the machine will going to take the steps and perform the steps and give you the accuracy label. Okay, suppose for example, I'll just give you an example. Suppose there is a kid or there's a child to whom you want to teach how to sketch, okay, how to draw a sketch or how to do any particular painting kind of a thing. Now, what you want, the initial stage, what you do is you will just teach him, or you will just teach him by looking at the picture. You will show one image and then you will ask that child, let's learn how that image is created just by looking into that picture. We will just look at the picture and we'll keep on drawing. We'll look at the picture and we'll keep on drawing. This is the initial stage that we call it as a machine learning. You can say we have a example in front of us and we are just drawing. Now, the second step is to make the machine more smarter. What we will just say, now we will say that child to draw any painting of your imagination. Now, here there is no reference. We just give a child a level of independence that we want you to draw maybe a car. We will just give a label, draw a car. Draw a car. Now, based on the information, based on the data, whatever a child will going to have, he will going to design a car of his choice. There is no picture in front of it. That is what a deep learning is. Okay. Now, what is generative AI? Generative AI is much one step ahead. Now, here what we are asking the child is, now imagine a dog and a cat sitting on the car and they are dancing on a car in a rain. So you want your child to imagine more and more, which is not in existence, which is not in real, which is not in imagination. I mean, which is not in real. Nobody can able to see that in real. That is what a generative AI, where we want the machine to generate something which is not in real. Like suppose, for example, if I Google the images of the cat, I will get the images of the cat, but that cat images is uploaded by a normal user of the Google, right? We as a human being keep on uploading the images. But a generative AI apps, what they do is they are going to generate a new image. Okay, we are going to discuss that all in the coming slides, but this is what an artificial intelligence is. Now, the thing is, how do you explain all these things to the students? Now, we are going to discuss the tool which will help you to understand your student, what is machine learning, what is deep learning, what is generative AI. All these three I am going to show a tool which is helpful for you to make your child understand, make your student understand what exactly the machine learning is, what exactly the deep learning is, how it works, and what exactly the generative AI is and how it works. So let's start with a machine learning. So to explain machine learning, a very beautiful platform is a teachable machine. I don't know, but most maybe you all are aware of this, but if not, let's see how teachable machine work. Okay, so I will just going to open my teachable. It's a browser based platform. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to just search teachable machine. So when you search teachable machine, a browser something like this will open up. Something like this will open up. Okay, now when you say get started, you can do three types of project in this. Okay. One is an image project. You can explain the student by feeding the images. Okay. How the machine will learn, how the machine will understand what exactly which images are. You can do a audio project or you can do a pose project. Like you can just stand up and show the different poses and the computer will going to identify which pose it is. Now for your thing, I'm going to explain our audio project. Okay, so let me just open my audio project. I'll just off my camera from here because it takes a little internet. Okay, so now what is this particular project is? Now what I'm going to do is, I am going to take two label. Okay, just on my camera, no problem. I'll just make it minimize here. Okay, now it will going to take the label, like what kind of audio I want to feed. Now I am going to feed two kind of audios. One is a background noise. I'm just going to make a sound of my table. And the second, I'm going to take a sound of clapping. Okay. I'm going to clap for a few seconds, and I'm going to feed this two data to my machine. Now, this is the example of machine learning where here I will open my mic, I will on my mic, and I will feed a background noise for 20 seconds. Let me just show that. I will open a mic. Now I'm going to record it for 20 seconds. Okay. I will extract the sample. Now, what I am doing here is I am giving data to my machine. Okay, I am giving data to my machine. Okay, that this is what the sound of background noise. Okay, now after feeding this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the second part of it. Okay, where for 10 seconds, I'm just recording it for 10 seconds, the sound of clapping. I'm going to extract this as well. Now, the more data you will feed, the more accurate your model will perform. Okay, the more data you will give, the more accurate your model will going to perform. Now, what I'm going to do is, here is a training. Now, this is the step where the computer will going to train which sound belongs to what. Now, in this training phase, there are algorithms apply, different steps involved here. Now, these steps are written in a Python language to make the computer understand what is the sound of background noise and how is the sound of clapping. Now I'm going to train the model. Now, with the help of this platform, very beautifully, you can explain a lot of computer, artificial intelligence related jargons to the student, like what is training, what is label here, what are classes here, what do you mean by data, okay? Now, once the training is done, you can actually check the result, how the computer is performing. Now, let me just show. Now, down you can see the accuracy level. Now, when I make this sound, the, now when I make that sound, the accuracy level of background noise increases. And when I make a clapping sound, the accuracy level of clapping will increase. Okay. This way, we can explain the student that this is how a computer will going to understand what is a background noise or what is a clapping. Now, the way I have created this particular model, same way I can create a model on image as well. I can make a sad face, I can make a happy face, I can make a angry face, and I ask my computer to identify which kind of face I am making. Now, with the help of this teachable machine, you can generate a link of this model just by clicking on export model. When I click on export model, and I have to click on upload my model. And when I click on upload my model, it will create a link here. This link you can use in your any website or any web page, and you can create a beautiful project out of it as well. So this is a very beautiful platform to make the student understand what is a machine learning. Okay. Now, next, we see what is exactly a machine learning is and how do you explain what is machine learning to the student with the help of a teachable machine. Now, the next part that we are going to discuss is where exactly we see artificial intelligence and machine learning. Now, the examples are not limited. You can see the use of artificial intelligence and machine learning each and everywhere. Right from, you are just searching on a Google, like what exactly you want. There is an artificial intelligence. When you want to translate one language to another, there is an artificial intelligence. When there is in a driverless car, that is Tesla, there is an artificial intelligence. So you can see artificial intelligence everywhere surrounded by you. In every app nowadays, you can see the use of artificial intelligence, right? So the applications are not limited. You can just explain the student with the help of these example. Like we can also see that there are a lot of places where a manual task like picking up of the parcel from one place to another is also done by a machine instead of a normal human. So this is what are the applications of artificial intelligence. Now, if I want to explain like what exactly the artificial intelligence and machine learning is, the one tool that we have seen was a teachable machine. Now, apart from that, there are a lot of other tools which are there in the market, which help you to make your child understand what exactly the artificial intelligence and machine learnings are. Now, there is a software called Quick Draw. Now, this Quick Draw, let me just show you. It's a very beautiful app which works on a doodle art. Now, if you know what is doodling, doodling is a simple uh, creating a random images on any particular, sometimes students create it on decks, on a paper. These are called doodle art. Now, this app is trained on all the sort of images which is present on a Google. Okay. So it is trained, like all the doodle art is saved in this particular app. Okay. Now what it is asking, now what this app is doing, it will going to ask you to draw one particular object. The name it will going to show you. Let me just show. Let's draw. When I click, it is asking me to draw a ceiling fan. Now, when I draw a ceiling fan, it will going to compare my result with the existing data. whatever doodle art is present, it will going to compare with that data. And if if the art matches, my art matches with the data, then it will give me the answer that your answer is correct, and it will going to give me the point. Now it will going to consecutively ask me 6 drawing. Okay, let me just do one. Ceiling fan. Not sure how to draw a ceiling fan, but I'll
I see
try.
moon. Or circle. Or cherry. Or microphone. Oh, I know, it's ceiling fan.
Now understand what is ceiling fan, whatever I was drawing. And then it gave me 2 points out of 6. Now it is asking me to draw a blackberry. Similarly, it will going to ask me different things and it will going to compare. Now, how this is happening? This is all a artificial intelligence. Now, what it is doing, it is comparing my current input with the data. That is what we have seen in the teachable machine also. Whatever current input, the clapping sound I am giving, the same clapping sound, it will going to compare with the stored data. And we have already stored 20 seconds of background noise and 10 seconds of clapping sound. So when that is a stored data, it will going to compare my input with it and it will going to give you the result. That is what a machine learning and artificial intelligence is. Okay. Now, apart from that, there is one more tool that is called Scratch, and it is used immensely by all the teachers in schools, right? It's a blog-based platform. Blog-based means that you don't need to write a code. It is simply drag and drop. With the help of drag and drop, we can teach the student what exactly the coding is, how to give an instruction to a machine, right? That is what a coding is. Now, what is a machine learning? We are giving an instruction to a machine, right? If I want to give an instruction to a machine, I need to communicate with machine. So with the help of a Scratch, student will able to understand what exactly the coding is, how to give an instruction. It is not that difficult to give an instruction, and slowly and gradually, the student will going to understand what is exactly the looping, the conditional statement. If you know computer, if you are from computer background, you must know what I'm saying, like conditional, what is conditional, what is looping, and what is functions. All these things you can explain very well to the students with the help of this particular Scratch tool, which is designed by an MIT organization. Apart from that, there are other tools like Google AI Education, TensorFlow Playground. Again, this TensorFlow Playground is a very beautiful tool to explain student what exactly the deep learning is. Kaggle is a website on which you will find a lot of amount of data, because data is mandatory here. If I want to teach my machine something, I have to feed data. The way we were feeding a sound effect, we need a data. And from where do you get the data? All the data, you will get it on a website that is called Kaggle. Again, if you want to do a coding, if you write a command to the computer, there is a lot of online platform, Collab. There is a lot of online cloud platforms with the help of which you can do a coding. So these are the tools which is very helpful in making the student understand what exactly the artificial intelligence and machine learning. Okay, now let's come back to a topic that is called generative AI. Now here is an example. There is a image of a white horse, which is actually in existence. But if I want to create a robot horse, so this is how it will look like. A pink toy horse, this is how it will look like. A bronze horse, this is how it will look like. So whatever information I will give to a machine, now here, the actual machine is actual image is not in existence. The reality is not there. The computer is generating it for you. That is what a generative AI is. So generative AI, also known as generative artificial intelligence, is a specific type of AI focusing on creating a new and a original data. Something which is new, which is not real, which is not in presence, that it will going to generate. Okay, now what kind of data a generative AI can able to generate? It can able to generate a text data. It can able to generate the images, the video, the music. We are going to see the different tools of generative AI that will going to generate a text, the image, the video, and the music. I'm going to explain all these tools. Now, these tools you can use to explain your student how the generative AI works, what exactly the generative AI is. Okay. Now, let's understand first how the generative AI works. Now, what happened is in generative AI is nothing but you can say a software. Okay. In this software, in this thing, a billion, million of data is stored, a lot of data. Now, that data or that storage, we call it as a model. Okay, there are two types of model. One is a large language model that we call it as a LLM, and that is what a brain of a generative AI. And there may be a large visual model that we call as LVM. If your software is made up of, or it has a huge amount of textual data, then we call it as a LLM. But if your software is trained on huge amount of images, audio, video, that we call it as a large visual models. So if I want to create a image like a robot horse, so my model should be trained on thousand millions of images of the horse. Then it will going to generate, it should able to have an images of a robot, it should able to have a images of the horse. Then a model will going to compare both the look and feel, and it will going to design a new image which look like a robot horse. So this is what a LVM, which is trained on huge amount of images. And LLM is nothing but a model which is trained on huge amount of textual data. The best example of LLM is a ChatGPT. ChatGPT or Gemini, Google Gemini, is the best example of LLM models. They are trained on huge amount of data. All these things are designed like these LLM or LVM model. Designing this LLM or this software is not an easy job. You have to create a software which is, which is trained or which is stored a data which is in a huge amount. So this LLM model is designed by accountable companies like OpenAI, Google, Microsoft, Meta. There are few. I think there are only 12 companies who have their own LLM models. Not 12, maybe 10, 8 or 10 companies. Now, even designing LLM and LVM model is not an easy job. Now, if you want to create any app, any generative AI kind of an app, you have to rely on this LLM or LVM model. So you will buy a subscription or you will buy a credit from this LLM model, and you can use this information to create your own app. Okay. Now, as I told you, the best example is Gemini and ChatGPT. Now, this Gemini, few months before, this is called Google Bard. Now, the name changes to Gemini. ChatGPT, what comes first? First comes ChatGPT. And it changes everything, the way we work. Now, if you know how to utilize ChatGPT, you can save 50% of your time of doing any job. If you want to simple write a email or simple write a email to your manager or your boss, your principal, whoever you want to write, it will take your minimum 30 minutes, maybe 15 minutes if you are very expert, 15 minutes, okay, or 30 minutes. But the same task, you can do it in 2 minutes with the help of ChatGPT. Same thing, if you want to, if suppose, for example, if the student doesn't understand a particular topic, he is not, he read the books, but he doesn't understand. He wants to know it in a very simple way. So what the student can do is, he can just ask ChatGPT, show me a meaning of artificial intelligence. I am a 12-year-old boy, or I am a 12-year student. So the ChatGPT will going to give you the content accordingly. So you have to teach your student how to make the best utilization of all these platforms to make it a more productive way, to work in a more productive way. No doubt there are disadvantages as well. Some student may not use it for a good purpose, may they use for their assignment completion and all those stuff. But we cannot overlook its advantages as well. Students can get a lot of benefits through these apps. Okay, now I will show you what is the difference between a Gemini and a ChatGPT. A chat GPT is designed by an OpenAI. A Gemini is designed by a Google. Okay. Chat GPT help you give. Now let me just open my chat GPT in front of you. Here is a chat GPT. The next is Gemini. Now when I open a chat GPT, this is how it will look like. Now there are two variations of ChatGPT. One is 3.5, which is free. Other is 4, which is a paid version. Now whatever features you will see in the paid version, you will see the same feature free in the Gemini. Gemini comes after ChatGPT. So whatever flaws or whatever paid things are there in ChatGPT, Google offer it for free. Like in ChatGPT, there is an option of mic here down in 4, but not in 3. In ChatGPT, that is in Gemini, it is free. You can just you can just feed the data like using a mic. Also, you can upload an image, which is not possible in ChatGPT. There is only a text, and that is possible in ChatGPT 4, which is a paid version, which will cost you $20 per month. So Gemini is much advanced than ChatGPT, definitely, but yes, first come first, we say, right? So ChatGPT is more famous than as compared to Gemini. But yes, there are a lot of advantages of both. ChatGPT is trained on a particular type of data, like or on a particular time frame of data. Like suppose, for example, if I ask, what's the temperature today? If I just ask, what's the temperature today in Pune? ChatGPT will not going to give you the answer because it is not trained on a current data. It's trained on a limited or a particular time frame. Like it is trained till January 2023. So you will not get a current data, but that is not the case with Gemini. Gemini is a Google product, right? And Google, you will get the information. Google, it's like your own database, right? So Google don't need to access any database. ChatGPT need to access a Google data, right? So that is the reason Google works on a current data. It will give you a current news, current data, whatever you want. Again, the responses that you generate in ChatGPT is much long in terms of data, but precise answer you will get in a Gemini. There are a lot of other advantages, disadvantages. You can just keep on exploring both, and you will understand whatever you want to use, you can use. You will get the data here in Gemini in the form of an Excel sheet or in the form of a PPT, in the form of a images, but that is not possible in ChatGPT. So I just want to explain these two tools. There is nothing as comparison I'm doing, but yes, you can take the best utilization of these generative AI tools to generate any sort of emails, any sort of images. If you want to write an email, just you have to type, write say suppose for example, write a short message to the students to join the Zoom call at 5 p.m. Now I want to write a message to my students to join the Zoom call at 5. Now see how the ChatGPT will reply. Now the ChatGPT will going to reply with a subject and saying that, dear student, this is that, this is that. It will create a a response in terms of 5-6 line. Now same thing, if you ask with Chat Gemini also, it will going to give you a result in a very precise way. So it's your choice, whichever platform you want to use, but use it for make it more. Now if you are typing, see how it will give formal, informal, simple. You want to make it a formal reminder? Reminder, today's class will be held virtually at 5 on Zoom. See you there. Simple, in a simple line. Or if you want to make it an informal way, you can just, type a message and just skip. Now it will make you more creative, more, smart in terms of your work. Now this is just an example. You can use it in any sense. So this is what a generative AI tool in terms of taking an advantage in terms of text. Now there are other tools as well. Like as I told, there are other tools which will help you to create your own music. You can create your own video. Now I will give you one example. Here is an example of a video. If you can see here, this is a video which I have created. Now, there are a lot of people on a YouTube who are earning in lakhs just by making videos with the help of a generative AI. Now, this kind of a video, you must have observed it on a YouTube or on anywhere where you don't need to worry about how do you look, what is your background, how do you have to express the things, how do you have to, if you have, whether you want to convey the message in English. If you don't know Japanese, you can create a videos in Japanese as well. To create this, there is an app that we call it as a synthesia, where we have to just fill the text that what this video should speak. You have to fill the text and you have to tell the language, in which language you have to make this video, and you have to select the avatar. That means how the background will be and how who will going to, like a male or a female, which or the face that you want, and you can create this video. Now let me just play this.
Hi, I'm Uzma. I'm an AI avatar created entirely by artificial intelligence. I hope you are enjoying the session conducted by Edunet Foundation today. Give me a high five and keep learning.
So this is how you can create just by putting the text. That's it. You have to just put the text. You can convert it in any language. You can make them, this particular avatar, to speak that particular language. And there are a lot of people who are actually using this platform or generative AI apps to create a YouTube videos or any informative videos. Okay. So this is what a generative. Now, here it is not in real. There is nothing as such in real. We have, the app is creating it. That is why it is generative app. And now there is one more example here that we call it as AI app for the music. Now, when I play it, what will happen? I have to pass one string and the app will going to automatically create a next string for me. Let me just play this. Now, this is the orange is created by a computer, and the one, this is what I am passing. So this is how, if your student is good in music, they can use this app to, you know, make it a more smart work or learn out of it. So there are a lot of apps related to generative AI in each and every field, though it could be related to music, in a video synthesis or anything. You know, you can create anything, any sort of this image synthesis, text generation, music composition, video game design, video synthesis. Everywhere there are a lot of apps which are available, which we can take the advantage of and we can make our task much easier. There is a Vipic generative AI app which help you to design your own sort of t-shirts, or you can just, you know, have a, you know, there are a lot of logos that are generated by just by passing the text. You have to just write a text that I want a logo which will be of pink color, or which will have this symbol, that symbol, and will create a logo for you. So it's not at all difficult nowadays, and you can make your job much easier, more productive, more smart by using these apps. Now, this is what all about artificial intelligence, machine learning, and generative AI. Now, let's talk about what is Internet of Things. Now, Internet of Things is completely depend on the internet. Now, what happened, you know, in a previous era, or in 10, 20 years back, we use internet in a mobile phone maximum, or in a tab, like in it is just used for sharing the information and communication. That's it. But nowadays, what is happening is this particular internet or this particular technology is not only used in one device like a mobile, but we have multiple devices, like your AC is nowadays connected with internet, your mobile phone, your TV is nowadays connected with the internet. Every gadget, every electronic product nowadays are connected with an internet, and that is what it is completely changing the way we are working. Suppose, for example, your AC is on and you are just past halfway of your to your office, and then you in between you remember that you kept your AC on in the house. What you will do? You have to go back and off your AC. The other alternative is IoT, where we can access that AC through a mobile phone because it is also connected to an internet. You know, it is completely changing the way we are working. Imagine your alarm is ringing and suddenly automatically your room's curtains are on, and then your geyser get on, your coffee is ready. All these things are happening nowadays because of this advancement in internet of things. So what is internet of things? It is just the way we are connected, the way the we are, you know, connecting with the device. Now, to best explain, I will just play a video in front of you. I request all of you to watch this video because in this video, very beautifully, they have explained how IoT is changing the way we are working and the way we are becoming more smart.
By now, you may have heard the term Internet of Things. Sounds interesting, but what does the Internet of Things actually mean? IoT is an evolution of mobile, home, and embedded applications that are being connected to the internet, integrating greater compute capabilities and using data analytics to extract meaningful information. Billions of devices will be connected to the internet, and soon, hundreds of billions of devices. As related devices connect with each other, they can become an intelligent system of systems. And when these intelligent devices and systems of systems share data over the cloud and analyze it, they can transform our businesses, our lives, and our world in countless ways. Whether it's improving medical outcomes, creating better products faster with lower development costs, making shopping more enjoyable, or optimizing energy generation and consumption. Here's an example of the big picture. Imagine an intelligent device such as a smart traffic camera. The camera can monitor the road for congestion, accidents, and weather conditions, and communicate that status to a gateway that combines it with data from other cameras, creating an intelligent citywide traffic system. Now, imagine that intelligent traffic system connected to other citywide transportation systems, which get data from their own intelligent devices, creating an ever larger intelligent system of systems. The really big possibilities come from analyzing the end-to-end data across that system of systems. For example, let's say the city's intelligent traffic system detects massive congestion due to an accident. That insight can be sent to the citywide transportation system, which can analyze the accident's impact on other city systems. Recognizing the accident is near the airport and 2 city schools, it could notify those systems so they can adjust flight and school schedules. It can also analyze and derive optimal routes around the accident and send those instructions to the city's digital signage system to guide drivers around the accident. And that's just one example of the potential benefits that can happen when intelligent devices share insight with other systems, forming ever-expanding systems of systems. But how do we get there?
So this is what an IoT is. It is making our task like very easy, and we can work in a smart way with the help of an IoT. Now let's move towards the next important tool of today, that is cybersecurity. Obviously, we are first of all connected to a whole internet, whole world together. There are a lot of information that we are sharing. So it is very, very important that student should know how and what extent of information to be shared. What kind of antivirus softwares should be used? What do you mean by firewall? What do you mean by security of the data? What do you mean by a strong password? How do you authenticate the process? all these information is very, very important. The student should know the details of it. And for that, there are a lot of tools over the internet which they can use to check the privacy of the data. There are a tool that is I have been pawned. That tool is used to check if your Gmail is hacked or not. There are tool called Shadon that is used, or that is, this app is particularly used to stop any unwanted data coming to your computer, or a data which is contain a virus into it, or which is, not genuine site. All these are blocked by the Shadon app, which is a kind of a firewall, you can say. So students should able to know what do you mean by firewall, how to install all these extension, and whatever name I have mentioned here, these all tools are free of cost. You can just plug in these kind of a sorry you can just plug in these kind of a apps into your computer, and you can take an advantage of this to make your data secure. Nowadays you must have heard about, there are a lot of people who are getting trapped because of the games. The students or the small age group, young students are playing games, and they are just putting any information, they are sharing OTP, and they are just getting the OTP. And once that OTP, now every student, like every child, know what is an OTP, and they know that OTP is a number which comes to a mobile, and they want to play a game. It will just ask you an OTP to play, or to play with a particular credit. Then the child just enter the OTP which is received on the same phone, and it involve a lot of deduction of the amount. So it is very, very important that every child should be aware of all these things, that they should not use all these things in their mobile phone or in a computer. So cybersecurity is very, very important topic. And again, this is very important because of the emerging technologies, because we are all are connected to an internet, we are sharing our information, we are sharing our location. Now whenever you will install any app, it will ask, like, it will allow, please allow this app to access your location, please allow this app to access your contact detail. Everything we are sharing, and we are just allowing the app to use it, right? So we are sharing our personal information. So it is very important that we should be aware of how to protect these data with the help of a different tools. Okay, so that is all from my side. So the main intention of this particular class is to make you all aware of all these emerging technologies, so that you can convey the same to your students, and the students should able to understand what is artificial intelligence, what is cybersecurity, and what is IoT. Now I will request my colleague Akarsh to help you understand the IBM platform. He will going to walk you through the platform, and he will show you how you can access the different courses on the IBM platform. Thank you so much for you all joining on time. Thank you.
Hello. Hello, everyone. A very good evening to all of you. And thank you so much, Uzma, for enriching us with such valuable information that is very much required, especially at this time of our lives, right? And yes, to introduce myself, my name is Akarsh Ramachandra. I am one of the master trainers in soft skills at Edunet Foundation, right? I hope you all are doing well today. I hope my voice is being clear. I hope my video is clear, right? So let us dive into why we are here today, right? As Uzma Sardar Ma'am said us, mentioned, the ever-changing world that we're living in right now demands us to be enriched and to be equipped with these new generation skills that the employers and the current world is asking us to be prepared for, right? So today we are lucky enough to be present in one such time where we have an opportunity to get access for all of these courses for free, right? And let me tell you, right? So since we have a very crowded population of 140 crore plus people, right? So we need to make sure we have enough job opportunities or enough skills for everybody to survive in this world today, right? And also, mind you, this is a very competitive world, isn't it? right? I did mention there are 120, 140 crore, or 120, 130 crore, how much ever the number is, it's definitely not small, right? But do you think there are those many amount of jobs available in India, right? Of course not, right? So what are we supposed to do? Like, we need to make sure we have enough skills and enough experience to survive in this cutthroat world of cutting technology, right? So let me give you a brief intro about IBM SkillsBuild, right? So who is offering us all of these courses for free of cost, right? So IBM SkillsBuild, right? It's a innovative platform designed to equip individuals with the current new gen skills to thrive in today's rapidly ever changing job market, right? So this is developed by IBM, of course, one of the um, one of the greatest, one of the dream companies of many of us, right? So it's one of the global leaders in technology and innovation, right? And since they are, offering us these courses, right? So they have this responsibility of CSR, right? So that is where we are getting a chance to get our hands in these skills, right? So one of the importance of skills build, right? So is the way, right, its ability to address and cater the growing demand for skilled professionals in emerging technologies, as Uzma mentioned, right, and in digital transformation as well, right? Especially in today's digital economy, all the employers, all the companies are seeking individuals who possess not only the technical expertise, but also this new generation and very necessary skills like critical thinking, problem solving, and adaptability skills, right? So this skills build platform not only provides us technical training, but also focuses on these essentials, job training skills, soft skills that makes us highly valuable compared to others, right? So how do we set ourselves apart from the crowd? By improving and upskilling ourselves, right? So that's the importance of skills build platform, right? So why don't I share a screen so that um, you all will get to know about what the skills build platform is all about. What are the skills that skills build platform is providing us, and how do we access all these important new generation skills for free of cost, right? So please let me know if my screen, I'll try to share my screen now. So please let me know in case my screen is visible or not, right? So let me share my screen and let us dive deep into this topic that we're discussing today, right? So my screen visible, and am I audible? Can anybody confirm? And in case you have any questions, please feel free to use the chat box. Yes, right? So IBM Skills Build uh, platform, right? So first, okay, we understood a lot of importance of new generation skills, but why particularly IBM Skills Build, right? Firstly, it's a free online learning platform. You don't have to pay a penny to learn, right? So that's one of their mottos in their CSR responsibility, right? Corporate social responsibility. And another thing is diverse catalog. You find hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of courses that are very much required for this current generation, right? Skills for the digital economy like fintech, blockchain, and whatnot. And not just that, you don't require a supervision to study this. This is completely a self-paced learning. What do I mean by self-paced learning, right? So in your own pace, right? So you can learn this course in your own pace by rewinding, forwarding, or pausing whenever it's necessary for you to learn the course, right? Since it's a complete skill based and a self based learning, you are the captain of the ship, that you're learning, right? And yeah, skill assessment, personalized lesson plans, digital badges after completion, certifications, right? So doing education in any college degree, or doing in a well reputed organization definitely has a difference, right? So IBM obviously holds a special name in this global world, in this global situation here, right? Definitely getting a certification from IBM will increase chances for you to either get better at your job or choose a new job as well, right? And career development resources, global learning community platforms, and best part is there is no strict what do you call, there's no strict exclusions or anything. It's completely inclusive for all backgrounds, all experience levels, whether you're starting now or you're starting as a professional, right, who'd like to upgrade your skills, right? And this definitely encourages lifelong learning. It has been collaborated with various industry partners, right? And definitely it gives you study materials, quizzes where you can participate and check your proficiency levels as well, right? And definitely you'll be having guidance and support from instructors and mentors who are helping you with this, right? So that is the importance, right? So why don't we watch a video to know a little more about our IBM SkillsBuild platform, right? Please let me know if the audio is audible.
In today's economy, jobs require skills, not just degrees. Tech and jobs have changed faster than the industry can follow, creating a gap between work demand and the availability of skills. Closing the skills gap is the most significant opportunity of the decade. We're taking bold action to achieve this through our commitment to skill 30 million people globally by 2030. IBM SkillsBuild is a free education program focused on underrepresented communities that helps high school and university students, educators, and adult learners develop valuable new skills and access career opportunities. The program includes an online platform complemented by customized practical learning experiences delivered in collaboration with a global network of partners. Students can start learning at any time or on their own with built-in resources for educators. IBM SkillsBuild's free online content aligns with high-demand job roles to provide future-fit skills. The program offers over 1,000 online courses and digital credentials to its more than 2 million users. Stacked credentials provide verified data to employers and pathways to a degree. Are you a student looking to learn about emerging technologies and workplace skills aligned to in-demand jobs? IBM SkillsBuild can help you get there with product-agnostic content that will expose you to the skills and trends of the future economy, all with teacher support and Watson technology to facilitate discovery, provide recommendations, and track progress. Are you an adult learner looking to develop job skills to help you land a job? IBM SkillsBuild has you covered with our Career Insights assessments and our community where you can engage with coaches and industry professionals, all for free. Take control of your future. Explore IBM SkillsBuild today.
Watched an insightful video on SkillsBuild, right? So that's about SkillsBuild. Let us look at, how are we supposed to get access for these courses? Like I mentioned, right? So you will be rewarded with new generation skills that is required for this digital economy, for this digital era that we are living in, right? So I'm not talking about any other courses that you get access in the internet. I'm talking about the important courses like artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, cloud computing, digital marketing, hydroponics. There is agriculture tech. There is soft skills. There is critical thinking. There's conventional thinking. There is creative thinking. There is problem solving. These are the skills that every employer is looking forward for us to have. These are the skills that every jobs are in hunt for, right? So for us to stand out in this ever-changing world, right? So this is a great start I can mention, right? Right? So how do we get access for these courses, right? All you have to do is search skillsbuild.org on your website, right? skillsbuild.org. that you can put it in the direct website, bar there, or you could search IBM Skills Build on Google and click on the very first page that appears in your Google results. And once you do, you would get a similar, background that is being displayed in the screen right now, right? So if you look at this, there's skills build, learners option, educators, organizations, events, and whatnot, right? So once you reach this website, yes. So once you reach this website, the very first thing that you're supposed to do is go to the top right corner and click on login. Okay. So once you click on login option, right, you would go to the next option. You would receive the next page that is a login pop-up, right? And you have multiple options in this login pop-up that says login as a high school student, login as a teacher, right? Login as a guest. I would recommend you all to log in as, just give me a moment. Yes. So I would recommend you all to log in as high school student. The reason being said is this course, this platform mainly focuses on students and job seekers, right? So most of the attention has been provided, most of the attention, most of the courses and exposure has been provided for high school students. Okay, so you're supposed to click on high school student, right? So yeah, is my screen visible? Are you all able to see the screen? Let me try to reshare in case you're not able to. Just give me a moment. Yeah. So I'm resharing the screen here. So please let me know in case if you're all able to see this. Anjali can confirm to me. Yes. Yes. As I mentioned, you all are supposed to click on high school student, right? So please make sure you click on login as high school in here, right? So that you get various courses, right? So even if you are a educator, even if you are a teacher, right, I would totally recommend you to join as a high school student, because under IBM Skills Build, every learner is a student, right? So if you click on high school student, you get various options for courses, right? So let us look at the next step. Once we click on a high school student, you're supposed to click on login. And immediately when you click on login, right, so you'll get an option, login with Google ID, as in login with Gmail ID, right? So please make sure you use the login ID that is submitted to our platform, right? So make sure you use a proper Gmail ID. And while you're clicking your name, make sure you submit your name properly. Make sure you do a double check on that, because that is the name that is going to be printed on the certificate, right? So please make sure you click on login with Google, so that the data is being displayed automatically, right? So in case if you don't have a Gmail ID, in case if you have an organization ID, like maybe a school email or email from the institution, right? So you can click on that as well, right? So the only difference between the login that I'm showing you right now on laptop versus a phone is the interface. In your phone, you would be having a vertical interface instead of a horizontal interface this way, right? Apart from that, 99.9% you'll be having the same interface here, apart from the layout. Anyhow, right? So when you're choosing with Google email IDs, so choose the right email ID, appropriate email ID that you need to choose. And once you did it, right? So enter the password that is being, your Gmail password itself, so that you will not have to enter each and every detail um, one by one, right? So this automatically takes the information so that it saves time for you, right? And once you click on the login, right, so you get the first preferred option, that is choose your language, right? So go with English, and then it asks you your preferences, right? What are those courses that that you're interested in, right? You can choose various skills, that is in technical skills and workplace skills, like artificial intelligence, blockchain, cloud computing, creative thinking, design thinking, digital literacy, and whatnot, right? So choose your preferences so that your feed is also showing what you're interested in, right? And then once you have chosen all that, you will get a confirmation pop-up. Okay, so in that, your information you can review and verify whether it's true, right? So make sure your name is correct, right? Because that is something that will get printed in the certifications, right? So make sure you verify the data properly, and click on the terms and conditions, and click on done, right? So once you are done with this, you would be landing on another page which shows a tutorial option. You can straight away click on skip tutorial, because right now that is something that I am doing for you all, right, in a much understandable way, right? So please click on skip tutorial, and then you'll be landing onto the home page of your logged in SkillsBuild page, right? So here, if you can see, the top right corner, your profile details will be there. Here and here is your search icon, and here you can manually choose your course that you want to study as well, right? So once you did, you can go and check on the course catalog, what are all the courses that are there for you, right? And after that, either that you could do, or directly go on the search icon and search any courses. For example, in this demo, right, I have searched what is data science, right? So once you search that, you get various options like this, right? So you can click on any of these courses and click on that particular topic. It will go to your learning page, right? And your learning starts from here, right? So here it will show you how to get access for these course, right? So, or you could directly click on the blue icon that is there in your right side, that is go to activity. Okay, so click on go to activity, and once you click on go to activity, your learning page appears, right? So there are 5 modules in this particular course, right? So these number of modules vary from topic to topic, right? But since this is a basic introductory course, there are only 5 modules. All you have to do is click on topic by topic to complete the course. Okay, and once you click on that, right, the very first page, I think if you scroll down, right, you'll have informations, you'll have PDFs, you'll have videos, you'll have quizzes. You can go through them any time of your day, and you can relearn, learn whenever you want to. And once you have learned and taken down the notes and the necessary information, click on I have checked it out in the bottom of the page to reach the next page, and also to mark the completion of that particular module or topic. Okay, once you click on that, right, you have to click on let's keep going. So make sure you click on let's keep going, and after that, a yellow tick appears on the topic that you have completed, right? Since we finished, it's all about information. There's a yellow tick on the bottom right corner, right? And once you click on that, you can go and learn the rest of the modules, right? You can click on the second one, and by the time you complete all of these 5 topics, right, you would have this yellow ticks present in all of these 5 modules, right? And once you completed that, you'll either get redirected to what is data science course page, or you could close and reappear here, right? And under you, first thing what you did was go to activity. That's how you learned it. And immediately below that, you have another option called actions. Once you click on actions, right, you'll receive an option called as view certificate. Okay, so that means that you've completed this course, and if you click on the action, right, so you get an option that says view completion certificate. And once you have, right, so under your name, okay, whatever your name is, this certificate is presented to your name, and the course is what is data science, or whichever the course that you'd like to complete. You could either keep a soft copy and save the certificate as a PDF, or you could go and click on the print option, right? So I would recommend you to, print the certificate in an A4 executive bond sheet so that it is sturdy enough, right? So that you can preserve it, for your interviews and your job applications. And this is how you're supposed to get certifications, right? So yeah, so that's the end of the presentation, right? So let me check with Anjali. Anjali, can we show a live demo of how we are supposed to get a certification, or is this enough? Yes. So why not? Okay, let us go ahead and get a live, a proper demo of how are we supposed to get a certification for this. Like I mentioned, right, so we can always go back to IBM SkillsBuild homepage and start our login process. Okay, so let me reshare the screen, so just give me a moment. Yes, I hope my screen is visible here. Yes, right? So once you go and click on any of the courses, or if you just want to like log into the page, or you could, like I mentioned, right, you could either choose the course from the course catalog, or you could choose the course by searching them. Okay, and definitely first log in first, right? So please log in with your Gmail IDs. And once you click on login, right, so your login page appears. As you can see, right, I have already logged in here. So there's a quick, what come quick power through forward off to the skills page directly here. You could always rewatch my video and check how do I search this course. The course that I'm currently doing is thinking of a career in security, right? So this is definitely a cyber security course, right? I have searched thinking of a career in IT security directly, right? So what I did was I searched cybersecurity courses, and among those options, I chose this particular topic because I wanted to complete this, right? So as you can see, right, to my top right corner is my profile details. Here, my progress is being showed, how many courses I've completed, how many certifications I have finished, right? And all the learning activity and reviews and ratings also is visible here. Okay, since I'm just showing you a demo of how to complete this course and get a certifications, right? I will not be studying the course with you here today, right? Of course that would be time consuming for sure, but having said that, right, you could always go back to your place, always learn, and take as much as time you want in this website to complete these courses. Okay, so since I'm doing a quick recap of this, right? So I will mark this certificate as complete so that we don't have to go through the courses one by one. So let me click on mark complete. And once I have clicked on mark complete, right? So this would have completed, my course. This would have automatically, understood, automatically, took an option saying that I have completed this course. Okay, let me just, you know, um, manually enter approximately how much time I would require to complete, this course. Let's say I took 3 hours and 5 minutes, maybe. Yeah. So I'll mention that and I will click on submit. And once I have clicked on the duration that I took to complete this, right, it loads and marks this completion of this, particular course, right? Now what I can do now, because of this option, right? So now I get an option to view my certificate, right? So what I'll do is I will go click on actions, and once I click on actions, right, I would already get an option that says view completion certificate. Remember, you'll not get this option if you have not completed the course. So either make sure you click on this mark completion, right? I would recommend for you to study the course. Here I just marked as complete to keep it quick, right? So you can always click on view completion certificate. And once you click on that, you will be redirected to your course completion page where you can see, right? So this certificate is presented to Akash Ramchandra for the completion of the course, thinking of a career in IT security. And this is how you get access for your course. Make sure you add your name properly because that gets printed on your certificate. I can always click on print and take a copy, right? Or save this particular certificate here, right? I hope you guys understood how to get access for the completed courses that you've completed in IBM SkillsBuild, right? So this way, I recommend all of you to explore what all courses that are present in IBM SkillsBuild, get learning access to all of this, complete quizzes, participate in surveys, and download the, take a note of all the learnings that you learn here. And I wish you guys nothing but happy learning. And I hope you all, accomplish your, dreams. And this becomes a channel for you to, expose yourself to infinite opportunities that way, right? Having said that, I would like to hand over my session to Anjali. And yes, happy learning, everyone. Hello, Anjali. So, are we left out with anything?
No, Akash, we can wrap up the session. So thank you everyone for joining us today. Keep completing the courses and happy learning.